Michael, thank you so much for coming in again. Things like food and drink as well, they can really add up as well, can't they?
Well, first of all, think about what time of the year you're getting married. If you're getting married on an August weekend, chances are people don't really fancy sitting down to like a formal roast dinner. So think about where you could make like cost savings on perhaps going for a lighter base of menu. And also wine. There's nothing worse psychologically is paying a lot of money on wine and watch people chuck it down their necks at a fair old rate of knots, which they do at weddings.
Yeah.
So think about the two and just bear in mind that people don't want a bit of poached salmon and like a glass of champagne and would sooner have a cheaper glass of wine and a much more substantial meal if it's at that time of the year or something that's going to fill them up. Everybody's always starving when you get to sit down at a wedding.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'd love, fish and chips. Fish and chips at a wedding, perfect. I'd be very, very happy. And a glass of Lambrusco or Lambrini or anything like that, cheap and cheerful.
That's it. Or a bottle of, instead of like toasting on champagne, a bottle of Cava. It's incredible the amount of people that don't actually like champagne at all.
I can't tell the difference. You know, give me a glass of Cava, I can't tell.
Well, I think like 20 cigarettes and like 4 pints of Stella. I don't think anybody can like tell the difference between them.
Have you seen me on a night out? You have, obviously. And also as well, a friend of mine, she's booked a venue and has all her friends and family staying in the venue, and I think it's pretty much free of charge for the bride and groom themselves. Yeah,
that was like on the earlier point was that when you like negotiating on the venue, think about where you're going to stay on your wedding night, and that's, you know, another great negotiating point. If you can like fill that venue with all the hotel rooms, you've got much bigger negotiating power to perhaps get that for free or get like other bits and pieces thrown in as part of the package.
If you're a real businessman and woman, you could even actually make some money. Rent your rooms out for even more expense, and then you can make some money to then spend on your food and drink. Look at me. I'm after your job, aren't I?
That's it. That's you know, at the end of the day, it's you've saved this money. It's your like special day. The next day you're going to get up, and would you rather get up with like an armful of debt or with like a load of money? I've always found that posher weddings are actually, people don't enjoy them as much as they do when you've sat down and planned it right the way down to the penny.
Yeah, and also I think that a lot of people that haven't got married out there yet, but people that have know this, you got a bit of maybe a downer after your wedding, and the last thing you want then is no money, not even to be able to step out the house and buy a meal or something like that, I think.
Well, exactly. It brings it on to, do you go away on a honeymoon the next day? Do you wait a few days? Or even do you not go on honeymoon at all and just have a special time at home, draw the curtains, maybe get someone in who does like massage, spend a bit of quality time together, because that's all you're going to do on like honeymoon anyway.
Yeah. You can just pretend you've flown off somewhere. Go and stay in a mate's house round the corner.
Why not go round to, there's like lots of like gourmet caterers. You could have like food brought in. You can like, you know, make the occasion, get some nice candles in, make the occasion really special.
Yeah. Or I guess you could stay in the UK, save getting on an expensive flight and staying over somewhere in an exotic location, you know, go to Skegness, Bognor.
Well, exactly. I've had a couple of instances where couples have gone off and found a house for free that's been like a relative or a friend in, you know, out in the countryside, way out in the sticks, stayed in the apartment for a weekend for free, and then, you know, saved themselves an arm and a leg in terms of holiday, because let's face it, you spend a lot of the time on your honeymoon horizontal anyway, don't you?
Well, yes, I guess so. Well, thank you for coming in, Michael. Great top tips there.
Well, thanks for having me on there. I've actually got a spreadsheet at home that like helps people like calculate, and I've also got a lot of the hints and tips up on the website as well. So if any of your viewers want to go to moneytactics.co.uk, they can pull down all the bits and pieces that we've talked about.
Challenges laid down under £5 grand.